Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and this video is going to be on an overview of MindTap. Okay, remember this class uses MindTap. MindTap is where 98% of your class grade comes from, so you need to get that MindTap access code. I told you in class on Tuesday that I want you to have it by Thursday the 26th, which is tomorrow, the next class day. So it's very important that you get the access code. And remember, you can only get it at the Miami Dade College Homestead Campus bookstore. So you must do that, all right? One student sent me an email asking about buying it online at some places like Chegg. Well, yeah, they'll sell you an ebook or they'll sell you a real book, but they can't sell you an access code to MindTap because they don't have that. And you need, the whole point of your getting an access code is not that you're getting a physical book or physical, loose leaf sheets of paper as a book. You need the ebook, which comes with the access code, but mainly you need the website because that's where your programming exercises are. That's where you take your exams. That's where you do your quizzes. So you need to understand, you got to get it, have to get the access code at the Homestead Campus bookstore, okay? Or the website for the campus bookstore, which I provided to you on day one as well. All right. Okay. So this is going to be an overview on the MindTap website. All right. So let's just get right into it. So I'll take my picture away and share my screen. All right. So share my screen. Okay. And now I'll go to MindTap. So remember from here, let me do your view. So here's your view. Right? And what you have to do is go into the student start here, and then you're going to click on the Cengage MindTap link, which comes next, okay? But first, you need to get your access. I mean, technically, you can do this first, but I'd rather you get your access code. If you don't have your access code, though, by Thursday, the second class day, that's August 26th, then you need to go ahead and start a free trial if they'll give you a free trial. Otherwise, you really can't be in the class because you need to have access to the class website on the MindTap website page. All right. So I will first get out of exit preview and show you what I do when I get in. And this is what will happen when you go over. Every time you click here, once you're registered, okay, you'll automatically be sent to the exact page I created for us for this particular class. So it ends in 6451. Okay. So I'm going to click this link. And in a few seconds, it'll pop up. Okay. All right. So you see here, 2217 is just the fall term. 6451 means it's this particular class. You're right here. See, 2217 and 6451. And this is everything I have for you on MindTap. So let's kind of go through it. I'll spend about 15 minutes in this video, so it won't be a real lengthy one, but it's very important for you to understand it. All right. Okay. So up here and welcome to your course. It's just a brief introduction on the course. Basically, if you click it, it'll just open up a little link with some objectives. All right. So here you have more or less 2 paragraphs. Okay. So this is what you get. I'm not going to read it. You're going to read it. Okay. So then to get out of it, you hit this lower X here on the right side. Lower meaning not the top right. That'll shut down everything. But this one right here, about an inch down. And by the way, here's the full book. So when you buy an access code, you get this book. Let me click the book just to show you. So the book will open up, okay? And then you got a table of contents. And in the table of contents, we're doing chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in this class. Okay, so it's an introduction. So those 8 chapters, if you want, as an example, go to chapter 2 or unit 2, you click here. And then this thing here goes page by page, You can obviously also make this full screen. You can also go to a particular page if you know where you want to go. You go down here to see that's everything in chapter 2 or unit 2, okay? And then you go page by page to see what's happening. So here's the introduction, here's the next page, and of course it goes up and down. Here's an example of a program, okay? And I mentioned to you that they have great visualize sections of MindTap. This is the chapter 2 visualize, okay? So this is the program they're showing you. And then they show you what the output will be for a particular running of that program. And then they're talking about the lines of code, okay? So this is your ebook, All right, so I'm going to shut that down now. All right, so that's welcome to your course. So this lower X here gets you out of it. Getting started with MindTap. You can watch this video. It's 5.5 minutes. I'm not going to play it, but you can do it. Okay, so, and then download your data files. You don't have any data files to download. All right, everything you have for this class comes directly from your book, or I'll tell you what the content is, or I'll give it to you. Okay, so you don't need that. Pre-course assessment. Only 5 people in this class have registered for the MindTap page yet, the MindTap site yet. Out of those 5, 2 have taken the pre-course assessment. Remember, I mentioned in class, I believe, that the pre-course assessment is not, it's graded in that these 2 people have an average score of 80. So one may have got 100, one may have got a 60, one may have got an 85, one a 75, both may have got an 80, whatever. But it's only practice, it doesn't matter. But the point of this is that it's very important for us. That's just my garage. Sorry, my wife is probably coming home. So the pre-course assessment, though, is designed to see what you know about programming in C++ before you start your class. And so that's a very unusually high score, really, for 2 people. That's a lot. Okay. The post-course assessment will be more or less the same thing, but in week 15. And then the scores, yeah, should be up in the 80% range. So I got a feeling this number will come way down, and I'm not trying to make it come down, by the way. That's perfectly fine. So I have some good rocket scientists in this class, nothing wrong with that at all. But anyway, so pre-course assessment, you have to take it, okay? But the grade does not count for you. Post-course assessment, same thing. Grade does not count. In the news, none of this in here is graded, okay? But you can still do it, right? You can read it. Read about news, that's fine. Here in Unit 1, this is the first unit or the first chapter in the class. So you need to make sure that you understand there's one graded assignment in Unit 1, which means the same thing as Chapter 1. Okay, it's a Unit 1 quiz. Tells you it's due on September the 8th at 11:59 p.m. So that is Wednesday the 8th of September, okay, at 11:59 p.m. Now, so you know that. And everything else you go to in this site, the MindTap site, has dates associated with the assignments already. If it wasn't available yet, it would tell you right here where it says 0% submitted. It would say unlocks on, meaning it will become available on a particular day. The due date only happens when it's available in the future. So you have, again, about 2 weeks to do it, okay? So that's all you have to do there. But you have to get ready for it, right? And you can do the quiz twice. But you want to make sure you get 100 on it. I mean, ideally, you want to make 100 on everything. So if you get a 50 on it, that's not good. If you get a 60 or 70 on it, that's not good. So for sure, you would want to take it twice. Well, how do you prepare for it? Well, this is Unit 1. This is Unit 1. So read the preview, okay, the learning objectives. Read overview of computers and programming languages. Read it. View the Unit 1 visualize. I mentioned the unit, every unit's visualize section, and there's a visualize for every unit in the class, is great. They're good videos, okay? So read both, view both, but you only have to do, really pay attention to the one that's a programming example, okay? And then Unit 1 study. Well, so what's Unit 1 study? A review. Review the main concepts from the PowerPoints. You could also remember, go to the full book and go to Chapter 1, go to the table of contents, TOC, go to Chapter 1, which is this one, an overview of computers, and go through every page. There's all the links. They're all, every section of the chapter is clickable. So if I want to go into programming methodologies, I just click that link there. But you should just start on the first page. I don't know why it's not there. Start on the first page and then go through every page in the chapter. You can write down notes. I don't mind at all. You can write down notes and then use them on the quiz. All right? All right. So Unit 2 is where programming starts. So you still have the read, which is a preview and read. So you do those things. The visualize, which I told you is the best part, programming example. This is a great example. How to do a simple little program on converting lengths. It's about 5 minutes. Okay? So that involves declaring variables. It involves doing some calculation. So it's good to understand how that stuff works. It's very basic, but it's a good introduction. Order of operations. That tells you how math works in programming, okay? Specifically C++, but the order of operations applies to virtually every programming language. If, as an example, you have 4 numbers that you're going to be using in a program, and you just call them, let's say, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You always have to have variables to represent numbers, okay? And then you assign the value to the variable. So you have to do these things. But the primary thing with order of operations just means this. If you're going to say number, let's say you have a total called total number. So a total number equals number 1 plus number 2 times number 3 divided by number 4. So the question is, how does that work? You assume everything goes from left to right. So number 1 plus number 2, but that's wrong. Then the next part is number 2 minus number, what did I say? Number 1 plus number 2, and then I said minus number 3, and then I guess I just said times number 4. I forget what I said, but either way. So if I did it that way, though, the times has the highest order of operation. So whatever number was before that one, so if it was number 3 times number 4, that would be done first. Then it would go back to the left, and then it's number 1 plus number 2, so that would then be done. Okay? So you have to watch this to understand it, but when we get to chapter 2, I'll be talking about it, and I'll be demonstrating it in code, in programs, how it works. All right? Okay, and then the Unit 2 code. Every chapter's code or unit's code will say Unit X, but whatever the number is for the X, 1 through 8, and then the word code, and your programming assignments are there. The ones with the orange bubbles, just like the quiz up here in Unit 1 has an orange bubble. Orange bubbles mean you must do them. Counts towards grade. Counts towards grade. Counts towards grade. Counts towards grade. So 2-1 through 2-6, just like what is listed in my tentative schedule of activities in the back of my syllabus, which I reviewed as part of Tuesday's overview session, right? So there's 6 programming exercises that are required in chapter 2. Then you see some here that are not required. There's no counts towards grade, but you can do them if you want, all right, to do more. Then there's a Unit 2 quiz. All of these, by the way, are due on September 27th, all right? They're available. They unlock on August 31st. So that's the last day of August at 12 a.m., which means the very first minute of the morning on August 31, you can start doing them if you want to. Okay, and that's the same for all of them, all 6 of them. Then you have the quiz, same thing. It unlocks August 31st at 12 a.m. And they're also going to be due on September 27th. And Unit 2 and Unit 3 are together. They're like a module. Okay, so Module 3 also has the same dates, due September 27th on the quiz. If I click the code, you'll see 3-1 all the way to 3-6. They all have an orange bubble. They're all due the same day. So you have 6 programs from Chapter 3 and 6 from Chapter 2 that are all due on September 27th, plus you have the 2 quizzes, Unit 2 quiz and Unit 1 quiz, okay? Then you're going to have a program, an exam, okay? The exam is in this Chapter 3 part, but it's for both of those chapters. So the COP1334 exam 1 is the day after the assignment's becoming due, all right? So it's due September 28th at 12:20 p.m. Remember, your class runs from 10:40 a.m. until 12:20 p.m. So the minute class ends, the exam has to be uploaded. If you upload it late, let's say a minute late, then there's automatically a 20% penalty. So you need to pay attention to my rules here. Anything after 12:20, yeah, you can submit it, but there's a 20% penalty. But you also only get the number of minutes I allocate for it. In this case, since I'm saying it unlocks on at 10:40 a.m. on the 28th, and it's due at 12:20, you can calculate the number. 10:40 to 11:40 is 60 minutes. 11:40 to 12 o'clock is 20 more, so 60 and 20 is 80. 12 to 12:20 is another 20. So 80 and 20 is 100. So there's 100 minutes for this exam. But if you're an access student, then you get 200 minutes. Everyone else gets 100. After 100 minutes, this thing will stop, okay? And if you don't upload it by 12:20, it'll give you a late penalty. If it goes over 100 minutes, it'll stop itself. All right, so understand those rules. Okay, so all that's from Unit 1. Don't worry about in the news. You can read it. It's good to read, but you're not tested on it. And then the next test covers Units 4, 5, and 6. So that means all 3 of these units will have a quiz. So there'll be 3 quizzes. They'll all have 6 programs. So there's 18 programs. And they'll all be available the same day and due the same day. And then there'll be an exam covering them all. So let's open it up. Unit 4, quiz is due November the 8th. So Unit 4 code, when is it due? Same time as the quiz, November the 8th. Last minute of the day. 6 required programs. These are not required, but you can do them. Okay? Chapter 5, the quiz as well. Chapter 5 or Unit 5, code, same day, due November the 8th. There's 6 of them. Then there's some that you can do if you want. Okay? Then the Unit 5 quiz. Okay? Then the exam. The exam should be behind Unit 6, sorry. But anyway, Unit 6 also will be due the same day, November 8th. So Unit 6 code, 6 programs, all required, all due November the 8th. So Units 4, 5, and 6, there's 18 programs you must do. They unlock on September 30th, so you can't do these for quite a while, right? But remember, you're going to be busy doing Units 2 and 3 until September 27th. Then you're going to be doing Units 4, 5, 6, now until, or unlocks on the 30th and due November the 8th. So that's 18 programs, so plus 3 quizzes, plus getting ready for an exam. I give you a practice exam, by the way, for each one too. So for Unit 1, the day before this Unit 1 exam, which we saw right, gotta go back to Unit 3, right here. The day before this, so September the 20, let's see when September 28th is. September 28th is Tuesday. So the Thursday of the week before, the 23rd, I'll be giving you a practice exam, which will be similar to this and also similar to some of the programs you did in the chapter. Okay? All right. So anyway, Units 1 and 2 is the first module. Then Units 3, 4, 5, if you want to call it modules, is the second module. And then you got Units 7 and 8 to represent the last module in terms of work that you do in this class. So here's Unit 7. This is the unit, though, that only has 5 programs. 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, and 7.5 that I make required. And then there's some that are ungraded, but you can do them if you want. Unit 7 quiz due December 9. So you know these are also due December 9. By the way, December 9th is technically the last day of class. That's the last day of week 15. Week 16 is called finals week. All right, so that's why all these things are due on the 9th. All right. Then Unit 8, same way. There's the quiz due the 9th. The 6 programs in this one, again, 8.1 through 8.6, all due December the 9th. Okay. And then your exam. Also, but this is instead of the next day, this is the next class day. The next class day is the final exams week. And in your Tuesday, Thursday class, the final exam takes place on Tuesday the 14th at 10:40 a.m. Final exam is due at 12:20 p.m. And then class is over for you. Okay? And the Unit 8 quiz is due same time all these programs are. Make sense? So that is your MindTap overview. In conclusion, I'm going to get out of here. So remind you, in your view, you'd be in student preview. Okay? From your student preview, you'd click Student Start Here. When you click Student Start Here the first time, you're not going to go to MindTap. It won't send you to MindTap. It'll send you to a page where it wants you to either enter an access code or enter a continue button to start a free trial. All right? So here you go. All right, come on now. My silly my silly login. Anyway, if you click it, I promise you what's going to happen. But let me go into login.cengage.com and sign out. Yeah, that's just Cache. Cache plays with everything that we do when we're running back and forth between different classes on these kind of platforms. So, but when I clicked on it, you saw where it went. Okay, it went to the right place. So now I'll get out of here. Okay, and get out of here. Okay, now, so in the content, refresh that page here. So your class 6451, when you click on it from your student preview, it should go to a page. Well, it will go in your case. Mine may get messed up, but that's just because I'm an instructor, and instructors, it gets confused with instructors having a student account because it doesn't like that. But anyway, hopefully it'll go this time. Let's see. Okay, so, but it's saying it's paid. It's not really paid, right? Because I'm a professor, but it'll basically bring you to a page similar to this, but don't worry about looking for paid or whatever. And it'll, instead of just saying Professor Maloney, it's going to say Fall 2021, and it's going to have this number here. 2217-6451 will be written somewhere on the bottom here to let you know that you're in that class. And then there will be a enter code now here. It'll say if you have purchased your access code, and then this will be a link saying enter it now. And enter it now is a button similar to continues button. So you don't see it here, but for you it'll be there. So you're going to have two choices. You're either going to enter your access code, or if you don't have it, on Thursday, August 26th, you must click then the continue button to get a free trial. And as part of your free trial, so that continue button will force you to create an account. Okay, you're not going to be charged, but it'll be a free account for 7 days, assuming you have not had a Cengage MindTap free trial in the past. All right. Then every day you sign in the way I signed in. So let me get out of your view again and watch it from mine. Right. So now I'm back in mine. It's still the same student start here, and I click here. Once you're registered, then when you click that link the next time, it'll go to class like mine will go to class. Okay, see, so we're in the class 2217-6451. This is where you will come. Once, again from your view, once you click here and register, okay? So you register either by entering your access code or by clicking the continue button, and you must register with your mymdc.net email address. So see that and note that as you do it. All right. All right. So that's our MindTap overview. In conclusion, let me go to the syllabus so that you know where you have to buy it. Okay. I can show the syllabus here. Okay. But the link won't work from in here, I don't think, but I'll try it. Okay. Refuse to connect, okay? But if I do it as my, oh shoot, where am I? I'm out of my, darn it. Where am I? MVC.Blackboard. Oh gosh. On here. Sorry about that. But anyway, in here, courses, same course again. 6451 is you guys. Oops. Okay, so in your student preview, student start here, you click here, right? You're going to click here, and you're going to get stopped at that page that mine said paid on. Yours will say must buy or whatever. It'll give you a message, but you'll either, if you already bought the book by walking into the bookstore in person and paying for it, so then they give you an access code and you leave the bookstore, come home, click on this link and register it. You'll start by entering that access code because you picked it up from the bookstore. But if you didn't pick it up from the bookstore, then you're going to click the continue button, okay, and start your trial if you qualify for a trial. If they tell you you don't qualify because you already used MindTap in the past, then you have to go and get that access code either directly from the bookstore, okay, or by going back into the class syllabus. And instead of clicking this link to show it, just click the Word document, open the file up when it downloads, okay, enable editing on that. And then this is the link. Okay, so if I copy this link here, right, so now I copied the link from my class for you guys, 6451. Okay, and then I come over here and just Control V like Victor to paste that link in and open it up. And now it's going to the bookstore to Professor Maloney for this class, and then you buy that code. Now, if you want to see other options, you can see that you can buy the code for that. They may say you can buy an old book for cheaper, but you must buy the access code though. This includes the access code. This is what you need, all right? It says, don't want the bundle, check for lower price on individual items. So then for 111, oh, sorry, for 111, you can get the access code with nothing else. MindTap, you need the MindTap access. So you need this. So this is what you officially need. The other one where it said 132 or whatever, see if we go back, we'll go to it. No, shoot. Anyway, you'll find out from them, but it's either 111 or 132. This thing here, I think LLF must mean, oh, loose leaf maybe, loose leaf folder or loose leaf file, loose leaf something. So anyway, you must though get your access code. And then from in here in the content page, then with student preview on, well, in your mode, you click here and then you enter the access code, okay? We'll talk about it more in class on Thursday, August 26th, but have a great day. And please remember that's an important overview anyway, so view it periodically if you need it. Have a great day. I'm going to sign off now.